Turn right to I-20 West for Dallas.
Again, I'm back again like always. Hello. No, y'all, let me stop. But it's afternoon, so I can't do my good morning, because our time, it is 1:22. We're on our way to our concert, our choir concert. I'm so excited about that. I actually did make a video this morning. It was kind of like an unboxing, but not an unboxing, because the people that I bought Christmas gifts to watch my videos for, not to, people that I buy Christmas gifts for also watch my videos, so I couldn't show you guys a lot of the stuff that I was doing, but I had made a video where I was just talking and opening up the stuff, because I was saying that I did not get things, and I'm like, you know what, I have a whole bunch of boxes sitting in my office that I haven't opened up yet. But anyway, I just really came on to say we have to be, don't allow people that we love to take advantage. Do not pour into people more than they pour into you. Know your worth. It's okay to back away from people that you feel is not valuing you the way that you should be valued. And that's anybody. I keep telling you guys this over and over and over again. It doesn't matter. Family, friends, co-workers, it does not matter who the people are. Do not let someone if you feel like they're not worth the time of day, or if they're putting you on the back burner to everything that's going on, if you don't feel like a priority, a person is going to make time for things that are priority for them, things and people that are priority. If they're squeezing you in all the time, you are not a priority, and you have to realize that. I did a life coach session with someone today, and that's what her session was about, and it just really opened up so many things that, you know, we have to be aware of when it comes to our self-worth, because a lot of times we can have people in our life that don't value us. If you're constantly telling someone over and over and over what you desire and what you need, and they're not fulfilling that, they have no desire to try to fulfill that. It's one thing if they're trying and they just don't have the tools, but it's a whole nother thing if they're just not even trying and it's not worth it to them. You're not worth it to them, and you will definitely know if you're not a priority in someone's life. You will know. You will know if you're a backseat rider. And if you are, and you feel like you are, distance yourself. Like, it's okay to cut that cord and remove them from your life. You should not be the backseat rider in anyone's life, especially if you're putting them as a priority. And that's what tends to happen a lot of times. We have people that we're putting as a priority, and then they spoon feed us. Not even a serving spoon, like they feeding us with the baby spoon, the spoon that you use to feed babies with. And we basically got a whole buffet of stuff in front of them, and they're just giving us baby food amount of things, and we're feeling like that's enough. That's not enough. That's not enough. Value yourself more than that. And do not beg anyone. That's another thing that a lot of people do. Like, if you're constantly asking someone for the same thing over and over and over and over again, and they're constantly saying, well, you didn't remind me, you didn't remind me, you didn't remind me, that's begging. I shouldn't have to remind you for something, and some things I shouldn't even have to ask you for, right? For example, if your friend, if you have a friend, you've been friends with a person for years, and they know every year for you. For example, I have a friend that we don't talk every day. We don't even talk every week. We probably talk once a month, and that's probably pushing it. Once a month we probably talk. But every year for both of our birthdays, we know what the other person desires. We both love cups. We're either going to send each other a cup that we want, or the other person is just going to send a cup to the other person's house, just mail it out, because we know that's what we desire. And we do this every year. I don't have to remind her. She don't have to remind me. We just do it because that's how we care about each other. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of times people are always using that for an excuse. You didn't remind me, you didn't remind me. I shouldn't remind you how to love me. I shouldn't have to constantly remind you, especially if we're not just becoming family. We're just not becoming friends. We're just not becoming in a relationship. You know, all of these things have been and I haven't changed. Now, sometimes, yes, we have to help people remember to do things and remind, especially if we've changed. I know I am somebody who I change a lot. Like at one while I hated flowers. Don't give me no flowers. I don't like flowers. Yellow wasn't one of my colors that I like. Now yellow is one of my favorite colors, and I love flowers now. So, but what I'm saying is, you don't have to remind somebody who genuinely cares about you. You don't have to remind them to give you the time that you desire. You don't have to remind them to call you. You don't have to remind them of the things that you need. You don't have to remind them of the things that you want. They just know. And I'm not saying you can't remind, like, they know every single...
Half a mile.
Yes.
Use the right lane to turn right to I-20 West toward Dallas.
When they genuinely care about you, they just remember these things, or things that you need, and things that, especially if you're a woman, like, and it's something that you need if you're dating someone, your husband, if you have a husband or anything like that. Like, they know what you need, and they know what men are supposed to do, so you shouldn't have to constantly just remind them or tell them or anything like that. And it's the same thing.
Turn right to I-20 West toward Dallas.
Women know what you need. So if you're dating someone, you're married to someone, or you're in a relationship with someone, and you are a man, she should know most of the things that you need. Like, you shouldn't have to constantly tell her what you need over and over and over again, especially if y'all have been together for years or dating for years. It's like everything, you have to appreciate a person, and the way you show that is by them not constantly having to tell you what's needed, what's wanted, what you need to do. Like, we just have to be mindful of those type of things. And if you are a friend with someone, or dating someone, or married to someone, and it was just the life coach session that I did today was very, very, very powerful. And my heart goes out to anyone who feels like they're being underappreciated in a relationship. It does, because nobody wants to feel like that. And and sometimes we don't know which way to go. When things like that is happening, we don't know which way to go. We don't know whether to go up, down, to the left, or right, leave, stay. And that's not just in romantic relationships. That's in with family members or anybody. And that's what the session was really talking about. It wasn't just one person. She noticed that it's just something that's done in her life, period, where she's pouring into people a lot more than they're pouring into her. And it's just like, do I get rid of one person and bring this person back that I do feel like wasn't doing me right also? Should I stop being friends with this person but keep being friends with this person, but I really feel like they're both doing the same thing? And it's like, no. And then a lot of times we're staying in this stuff, or still friends with people, because we don't want to feel like we're alone. So it's like, oh, you can treat me bad, but it's not that bad, because you're better than the last person was. So I'm just going to stay in it because it's better than what it was. But no, that's not okay. You're still, even if it's just a little bit better than what it was before, or 85% better, if it's not 100% healthy, we need to figure out another solution for ourselves, because we're worth more. We're worth more, and we don't get rid of somebody who's causing us to be damaged and replace them with somebody else that's causing us to be damaged, or stop talking to one family member but keep talking to the other ones because they bring more. If you're being hurt by people and they're not changing their behavior, and they don't want to change the behavior, it's time to do something different in your life, and it's okay. We have to advocate for ourselves. We're so busy trying to pour into other people that we're forgetting, we're neglecting ourselves. And when we're neglecting ourselves by pouring into other people, and we're parents, and we're grandparents, and we're aunts, and we're uncles, our children, our grandchildren, our nieces, our nephews, they're watching this, and then we wonder why when they get to be adults or their teens, they're dealing with people who is doing all of those things to them, and we're telling them that's not okay, it's not acceptable behavior, but it's something that they learn from us. And if we don't fix it, they're going to continue doing it. So we have to fix it so we can show them that it's fixable and give them the tools that they need to be able to adapt to those situations, right? So that's really all that I have to say is you're worth it. You are worth it. You're worth it. You don't need nobody in your life. I don't care if it's a family member, a co-worker, even your doctor. If your doctor ain't treating you right, switch your provider. You don't need people in your life that's not treating you right and don't value you. They need to value you because you're worth it. And if they tell you that you're not, you are. All of the people that shout out to people, you can't find nobody better than me, or you'll never have a friend like me, or do you think somebody else gonna hire you if you walk away from this job? Yes, yes, and yes, you're worth it. Know your worth. Just like I told her, know your worth. And I don't care who it is, if anybody is damaging you, you walk away with your head held high, even if you have to start over, it's okay. God got you. He's not going to put no more on you than you can bear. I promise you. Even if it feels hard, you will navigate through it. He will see you through it. Cut on your God navigation, and He will help you execute it. I promise you. Even if you feel like you don't have anyone else, you have Him. I promise you that. Y'all have a happy Saturday. That's all I got on here to say. It ain't even a 15-minute video, but it's a